ebb current has really... 30
seconds, slow entry.
Guys, this being able to enter the box early has allowed these guys to set up really low, what's called low in the box.
20 seconds, slow entry.
Left side of our screen. The other boat has had a hard time matching that. That pushing, blocking, the guy who enters first.
10 seconds, slow entry.
Tic-tac-toe.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow entry. Hang on in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start with entry. 2 minutes to start.
Todd, I think the pressure is squarely on Oracle here. It's probably an understatement. Team New Zealand, if they think about this, they can sail pretty loose.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Really be aggressive in the start. If I were the Kiwis, I'd be super aggressive in this start, because you win the start, there's a reasonable chance you can go on to win the race.
One quick difference between the two boats, I noticed that the New Zealand jib, the forward sail, is larger in area than the American boat.
Oh, we turn to the president of North Sales, Ken. Do you think that's an advantage for the Kiwis, or the Americans got it wrong? I think these guys know exactly what their boat needs. Both boats are different, probably different in how they're balanced, and I think we can't doubt that these guys have the correct jib up for the right condition, both of them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 minute to start.
Headed back for the start line a little earlier than I thought they would in this particular situation, but look for them to really protect down to the left side of their boat as Oracle approaches from behind.
They're in the box. Jimmy,
You heard Ray Davies say, same as the other day, they're really going to protect
30 seconds.
side of the track here right now. 20 seconds to the line.
15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start. All clear, all clear.
The all clear has sounded, and the Kiwis will have the advantage at the line. Better positioning, and they are closer to mark number 1. And they're just going to luff these guys right now. They're going to get them slow. Even though the starting gun is already gone, they're going to try to get them slow and really make a big gain once their speeds really park.
they're like sitting still there.
Great job by Dean Barker, really well thought out. Again, that port entry was the difference. They never relinquished being the blocker, in that starting sequence.
Actually, I think Spithill did a good job hanging in there, being patient and only being a length behind after that poor start.
Do they sit under the bridge?
And now it's the drag race to mark number 1. Emirates Team New Zealand, first in the circle. They'll make the left-hand turn with the Americans close behind. This is race number 11 on day number 8, and it's a 3-second advantage to the Kiwis.
You can see the differences in size of the jib. Notice the New Zealand jib is bigger.
And the Americans are the first to peel off. You heard the tactician Ray Davies on board Emirates Team New Zealand say, we'll just drag this out a little bit longer. They're not worried about their air getting dirty air, disturbed air coming from Oracle. They're just going to look to spread it out a little bit here and start planning for later in the leg. Find the right time and the right breeze pressure to jibe in. As New Zealand executes their first Scott, we go back and look at mark number 1, and we go back to the start, and this is where it all happened. How about this strategy? Basically just shutting the Americans down as the Kiwis pull in front. And the Kiwis had to pull away at this stage. They couldn't wait any longer because they had actually just snuck forward enough to break the overlap. So Oracle actually got out of jail a little, got out of jail free card there by the overlap being broken. Still, great job by Dean Barker.
Turn away.
And the call for the bear away as the Americans tried to get him to speed quickly, but you notice their holes really got dug down deep in the water. Yeah, it's tough. Both of these boats have really narrow port sections, but the Americans really narrow bow section of their boat tends to dig in when they try to accelerate, but it didn't make much of a difference. They were up on the foils quick. The lead is over 115 meters, so it's the Kiwis out in front. The Americans trying to close the gap. Remember, this is a 5-leg race. This is the first race scheduled on the day, and if Mother Nature cooperates, we'll have a second race in which the Kiwis, if they won this race, could wrap it up and take home the America's Cup. Team Barker very happy with that jibe.
I noticed the American boat sailing a much lower course than a New Zealand boat, and they're gaining being able to do that.
Not much in this right now, Todd. You see, it's amazing. 2 boats going 38 knots, and there'd only be a meter here or there being gained or lost between the 2 boats. It just shows you how far this sport has come, how far this America's Cup has come. Gate number 2, Gary Jobson, what do you see as far as tactics? Which way do you think the Kiwis will go when they look for a split?
Well, I think the Kiwis got to use the ebb current. It's going to be a little stronger out in the middle of the bay. I look for New Zealand to take the right gate, and on the opposite side, the USA to take the left gate.
I think the Kiwis have actually done a really nice job, Todd, kind of suckering Oracle off onto one side of the race course. What this is going to do is really potentially increase the possibilities of not having a split. And when you're the boat ahead, you don't want a split at this bottom gate. You want both boats going around the same side. Now, just as I said that, I think we just heard Spithill say right turn down here. So maybe they're going to do a forced last-second turn. This is a really tough maneuver if you're Oracle Team USA. And at mark number 2, the Kiwis head to the far gate, and the Americans do indeed split the course. So what was a 3-second lead at mark number 1, the Americans now trail by 6 seconds, but they've got their split. But a really good rounding by Oracle. That's an incredibly hard maneuver on board these boats. Grinding hydraulics, grinding sails, grinding dagger boards up and down, and they've made it look very easy. We have a lead change as the Americans have overtaken New Zealand here on leg number 3. The big question now is, can they make it stick? But they're 1 tack behind. Now it's going to be this incredible contest of who starts getting the right-hand side again. If they're 2 even boats, it could just be this dipping contest of who keeps trying to get starboard tack advantage.
The Kiwis have it.
Well, as I look up the race course, I think the right side where New Zealand is, the wind is shifting in that direction toward Alcatraz Island. Better for New Zealand.
There was a quick change from a 6-second turn to all of a sudden a lead change.
Zealand will have a 3 or so boat length lead. If they do, Todd, look for them to attack right in front of Oracle. If they don't, they're going to have to cross and start this whole dipping contest all over again. Crucial moment in the race early on, and they do a lee bow tack, trying to keep starboard tack. They thought they were far enough ahead, and clearly they were. This is a great move by Emirates Team New Zealand. And the Americans decide to tack away.
Oh, here comes the blue and gold.
But we've seen this play out before where the Kiwis basically are in control of this race. But this is a little different than the last race because the Kiwis got to set this whole process up well over on the left side of the race course. They get to shorten the track here a little bit and possibly start bouncing Oracle off that left-hand boundary. Here they go. They're going to go right back at them. Simultaneous tack for both the Americans and New Zealand. This is leg 3 of 5, race number 11. The Kiwis need 2 more wins, and the cup is there. And those 2 tacks on both boats were just perfect tacks. Same setup here, Todd. This graphic shows that really the current is negligible at this stage. There is no real favored side. So let's see if the Kiwis keep trying to bounce these guys the other way. And I'm very surprised they don't. Gary, they don't bounce them over to the short side of the track. What do you think?
Wow.
Well, I think it's a mistake. I would tack right on them and keep pushing them left. The thing is, the wind is lighter down where they are right now, and that bigger jib that New Zealand has is helping them go through these maneuvers.
Todd, I'm really surprised they didn't just continue that bouncing contest and keep, by bouncing, I mean tacking on top of the other boat and pushing them to the short side of the racetrack.
That may have been a mistake.
Well, still a good move by Oracle to keep the tack going. They're trying to stay in the middle of the course. Oracle's doing that.
Saw the wind on the water. Look at that. Apparently, the New Zealand tactician held off on that lead out. He saw
and the Kiwis decide now is the time to tack with a lead of more than 100 meters, but it will shrink here on this maneuver. The Kiwis have the lead on leg number 3. The question is, can they hold on to it? With the lead on both the course and the scoreboard. Looking to wrap up the America's Cup today on day number 8. 2 more wins, and Dean Barker and company are taking home the cup back to Auckland.
got low pulse of water there on that tack.
Halfway through leg number 3, Todd Harris, Kerry Jobson, Ken Reed. The Emirates Team New Zealand boat has the lead by about 118 meters over Team USA. The Americans trying to find a sweet spot on this course, but right now the Kiwis are firmly in control of this race and dictating pretty much where the Americans are going. Both boats are working on the left-hand side of the race course so hard, you got to believe that they see something out there, Gary, that they believe to be favored on this left side.
Yeah, the reason, Ken, they're working that left side is the ebb is started first. It's a little stronger right along the shoreline than it is out in the middle.
That's the voice, Todd, of tactician Ben Ainsley saying, we got to go straight here for a little while.
The current does look better on the left side of the course, Kenny. Left-hander, the wind's coming from the side, right from the land. That will help New Zealand.
Todd, we aren't seeing either boat with any sort of real speed advantage here right now. This is a tactician's race as much as any other race we've seen in this event. Names you need to know there. Ben Ainsley acting as tactician for Oracle Team USA, and the man with the 10 on his helmet, that is Ray Davies, the 41-year-old from New Zealand, is Team Barker's tactician for Emirates. And the Americans going to that right side of the course are starting to close the gap, now within 60 meters. Just how close it is with the Americans actually sailing a little bit faster, almost a full knot faster. And they just popped up on their foils. It's just incredible speeds. These boats started this at the beginning of the week going 22, 23 knots upwind. Here they're going 28 or 29. And here's Oracle coming back at these guys. They're out in the middle of the race course. They'll start stirring it up again.
New Zealand's going to keep their starboard advantage by continuing on here a couple lengths.
And the Kiwis decide now is the time to tack. And Ken, in this kind of close racing, as the Americans tack right back and look for the cross, how much could you steal from their boat and their call? Well, I don't think we'd ever seen such a tight tacking contest, an actual tacking duel, ever in catamarans. It shows how equal these boats actually are.
Kenny, as the boats work their way up to the windward mark, the wind is actually increasing up here, which will favor the boat ahead.
Todd, they're going to start looking to minimize maneuvers here. If Team New Zealand can just do one more tack and in, they'll probably do that and take the right-hand gate as we look out towards the Golden Gate Bridge, the right-hand mark. All right, looking to leg number 4, which side of the course would you want to be on? Well, you get starboard tack advantage like we saw the other day. You round that right-hand gate. If the boats were ever close and they came together on the first crossing on the run, New Zealand would have the advantage.
Now you want to stay away from the land going downwind on leg 4.
So the Kiwis take it all the way to the lay line on the left side of the course. We'll see if they can take it in all the way. And Jimmy Spithill and company look like they are set up as well. That was not Oracle's best tack right there. They got down to 10 knots in that tack. They didn't pop that weather hull out of the water real quickly, and that cost them a little bit of time. New Zealand did a really nice job, Gary, at the top of this leg.
Very close cross here, but New Zealand looking good.
At mark number 3, the Kiwis, who had a 3-second lead at mark 1, a 6-second lead at mark number 2, and they will continue to pad that lead. This time it will be into the double digits as the Americans come through at gate number 3 and make the turn for home. They are now trailing Emirates Team New Zealand by 17 seconds. Team USA got into a tacking duel on leg number 3, and unfortunately for the Americans, it did not go their way. Emirates, who had been closed down by 25 meters to the Americans, now have a sizable lead of almost 200 meters. race. Oracle Team USA, Ken, had one bad tact on that upwind leg, and now they find themselves, just moments ago, they were 25 meters behind the Kiwis, and there you see the lead, almost 300 meters. But it was also the setup. They had to do one extra tack, Todd. I think that was even more important. Team New Zealand did a really nice job of bouncing them one additional time, of setting up that they only had to do one tack into that weather gate compared to Oracle's 2 tacks into the weather gate. That's the advantage that the boat ahead has if they play their cards correctly. Got a quick shot there of Ray Davies, the tactician for Emirates Team New Zealand, calling the race for Dean Barker, the skipper and helmsman. As we said on leg number 1, the smallest differences in boat speed means it turns into a tactician's race. Obviously, Ray Davies, it was getting tight at the top mark. He nailed it, making Oracle do 2 jives. We'll know how nervous Team New Zealand here is in a second if they do 2 jives just to get over in front of Oracle. They seem pretty comfortable out there, though, right now, Todd. And while we have a moment, we go on the water. Gary Jobson for more on the measurement configuration.
You know, I'm just looking at these 2 boats. They sailed right by us, and it seems